Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Kick the oar. Fire.
They'll bootleg it with Peterman. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now left side on the swing pass. A loss of 2 there. Second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Cunningham looking to throw. Roll it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rogers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Rogers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now it's Peterman. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
White now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Cunningham. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, it's Cunningham. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Green, 31 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Peterman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On the return, it's White. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cunningham eluding the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 31 yards there and a first down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
The third down run gets them nothing.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they are in at this stage of the game.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Cunningham, flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randall Cunningham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes Nathan Peterman out for his next drive. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Peterman throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And this is caught at the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Gostkowski. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Peterman to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He returns that punt 73 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. So we've reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. And he locates Walker, complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Cunningham.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And some space here. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Randall Cunningham, 41 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And nowhere to turn for Peterman as he hits the turf. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cunningham finding Green complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Green, 38 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. 3rd and long, it's Peterman. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Eagles. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
On 2nd down, it's Rodgers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Peterman. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. The Cardinals on third down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Peterman to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Well, he is. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Peterman. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Jerome Cunningham there. But now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Peyton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Peterman. Now a desperation throw, deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. 20! And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
We want it. Come to my work. Check three, check three, check three.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 12 yards on the return that time. And out come the Eagles. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now here's another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Good job. Good job.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wild.